Now let's talk about lens back focal length, or BFL. So as I explained before, for the effective focal length for this complicated optical system, rays come from infinity, then converge to a point. From the point that cross each other, we call it back principal plane, and the distance from the back principal plane to the focal plane, we call it effective focal length. And we can replace it with a thin lens, and this is back principal plane, and this is the back focal plane. And we use F prime for this one and P prime for this principal plane. Now let's see what is the back focal length. So we have effective focal length, back focal length, back principal plane. We should not mix them together. So again, for this thick lens, the rays coming from infinity converge to a point. And at this point, we can replace it with a thin lens. This is the principal plane, F prime for the focal point. And we have the vertex. What is the definition of this vertex point? This is the last physical surface of this lens. It can be any complicated optical system. So this is a physical glass or anything. It can be plastic, glass. The last surface that we have at the point that hits the optical axis, we call it vertex, P prime. And this is P prime. So if we draw a line perpendicular to the optical axis, the distance from the vertex to the focal point, we call it back focal length, which is a number. And the effective focal length is the distance from the principal plane of the lens. So we have those numbers are not exactly the same. There is difference between back focal length and effective focal length. So back focal length is from the last surface, physical surface, to the focus point, and effective focal length is from the principal plane, or to make it more accurate, is from the back principal plane to the back focal point for this side of the lens. So those are the important points that we need to find for the imaging side: back principal plane, vertex, focal point. And for each of them we have back focal length and effective focal length respectively.